But
Canada, right?
yeah, our home and native land.
Can you teach me how to hit home runs?
You're gonna have to put some weight on. You're gonna put some weight on first.
Tell me about your season so far.
So far, I'm meeting the goals that I set out for myself, which I think I've really benefited from growing with our coaching staff, with Trey and KB, as far as offense is concerned, and in our analytics department. Like I really use them a lot, and I lean on them a lot. And I took the good and the bad from last year and just really worked hard on the bad. Tried to maintain the good stuff, but worked hard on the bad stuff. And I feel really good about the improvements I've made in those areas. But it's definitely been a conscious effort. Like it just didn't happen. It's because of those guys being able to give me good information and me being open to it and really attacking those areas of my game.
What information did they give you that? I mean, you can't tell me everything.
Right.
Overall.
Well, there's just like specific parts of the strike zone and different pitches that over time it was showing like, oh, you're struggling with this pitch. So then I can take that information and then I can talk with the staff and say, okay, what do I need to change physically or mentally to do better in those situations? And with that said, I think that collectively, like it's a group effort. I feel really good about the changes that we've been able to make.
Well, speaking of analytics, the numbers that I had compared to last year, you're really getting too fast. Was that a conscious effort?
Yeah, that's definitely in part. That was a big part of what the data showed from last year, which if you talk to foreign hitters, they'll tell you that it takes some getting used to a Korean fastball. It's different than an American fastball.
Back in the States, you see 95, 98.
Yeah, American 95 is a lot easier than Korean 91, 92. 100%. So it's the same in Japan. It's just the style, the way their arm works. In the States, you can kind of track the pitcher's arm behind his back, and then it comes kind of out and away from his body. Here, you can't see it behind their back, and then when they throw, it's a lot closer to their body, which makes the ball appear like it's rising out of their hand. So even if the board says 142, it feels a lot harder than that. So it takes getting used to, and the numbers reflected that for me. So I made a conscious effort, like, okay, I got to be better on these pitches, and I have been, but it's still a daily thing. Like I have to convince myself, oh, the board says 140, tell you like it's 148. Make it feel that way, and that helps me.
In terms of the zone, I noticed that this year you're getting to the balls outside, even like outside part of the zone. You're just getting those balls in your process. Were you looking for that pitch out there?
Well, I think that again, like last year was such a feeling out process because they tried different parts of the zone. And so at times I was like, oh, do I need to look inside? Do I need to look outside? And then I was getting used to the strike zone, which at times like it is a strike and then it's not. Like I didn't really know what to do. And then I just kind of used that experience to develop a plan where I feel that I can't cover everything, but I'm covering more than I was before.
A couple of weeks ago, you had an incident where at the first base playing. Is everything okay?
Yeah, thank God.
Ice cream.
I mean, I showed the video to my wife. She couldn't even watch it. Like it was, and a lot of people texted me and said the same thing. Like it's kind of hard to watch. That was the most pain I've ever experienced in my entire life. I've never.
Just for you to know, all men, Korean men, feel for you.
Yeah,
we're rooting for you. Not just the SK Wyverns fans.
I felt like I got shot. Like I've never been shot before, but I grew up playing hockey. I've been hit by hockey pucks. I've been punched in the face. I've been all those different things, but that was the worst feeling. And thankfully, like it was pretty bad for like 5 days, but it's gotten a lot better.
Have you picked up any Korean words?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not just one. I think I can kind of handle myself in the restaurant atmosphere. Like I can, get the waiter over. And
What do you say?
Yo-yo.
Yo-yo?
Yeah, yo-yo. 물도 주세요.
물도 주세요.
김치도 주세요.
오.
Yeah. And once I'm finished, 잘 먹었습니다. Yeah. So I think that's important. I think that it's important to try to learn that stuff. And then I've picked up some stuff in the clubhouse that I probably shouldn't mention on social media. But yeah, I think right now my favorite word is 잘한다.
잘한다. 잘한다.
Yeah. I like yelling that, like when my teammates are having a good at bat or something like that. So yeah. I mean, it's funny, like the other day I got to first base in Masan. I just had fouled a ball off my ankle and Scruggs said, 괜찮아요? 조금 아파.
Then who's been the toughest pitcher for you this year?
The toughest pitcher? Last year I had trouble with a couple of the late inning guys from KT I still haven't figured out Hano's closer. He's tough.
He's got that sneaky fastball.
Well, that's it, right? It's 140, but it feels like 100.
Well, you guys are having a phenomenal season, but you still got games left. What's your goal? How's the team? Are you guys ready for? I don't want to get ahead, but obviously you guys are going to play some postseason baseball.
I hope so.
How's everything looking?
Yeah, I hope so. I think that unlike last year where we were streaky, we had a couple like 10-game losses, and then we'd get hot and it would kind of even out. But this year, I think because our pitching has been so much better. I mean, last I checked a little while ago, we had the best ERA in KBO, which is an amazing difference from last year, right? So, baseball, as everyone knows, the game's pitching and defense. That's what's going to win the games. And because our starters have been strong, that's pushed guys that were starting last year into bullpen roles that they're doing great in that role too. So from that sense, I think we're in a good spot. Our pitching kind of carries us. We're winning more of the closer games than we won last year. And I think with every week, like our expectations are getting bigger and better. It's like, well, but, we were in 5th and then we got to 4th and then we're in 3rd and now we're in 2nd. Now it's we're expecting, I think, bigger and better things, and I think we're in a good spot, and hopefully we can get our rests over the Asian break, and then we'll get Chaejun back, and then we're going to look like an even better team than we are now.
I have this thing about national anthem, and I think Canadian national anthem is one of my favorites. Can you sing a little bit?
You don't want to hear me sing, man. But
Oh, Canada.
yeah, our home and native land. A lot of people say that that's their favorite anthem. I've heard that a lot from people all over the world.
Gives you goosebumps. And I'm not even Canadian.
Hey, now I got it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Canadians. Okay. Thank you so much for your time. Stay
Anytime, man. Thank you.